Assalamu alaikum and Dzień dobry, brothers and sisters.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Oh, excuse that. That's just my computer. My Adhan program decided to finally make itself known after turning on my computer about 20 minutes ago. But anyway, today's khutbah at Masjid An-Nur here in Des Moines was about fear of Allah, but focusing on one of our main duties as Muslims is to learn and read the Qur'an. And since Ramadan is coming and there's a lot more of the Quran being recited, for instance, when people go to the masjid to pray Taraweeh, or if they stay in the masjid Laylatul Qadr, and they pray Tahajjud together in Jama, then more is recited. And usually what the imams do is they try to complete the Quran during Taraweeh, so that start from the Fatiha all the way to Nas. But the Quran is such an important thing to Muslims who are God-fearing, practicing Muslims, that they have a duty to recite it or read it. If they are good at reading it, they keep up with it, read it over and over again. And for those who are not yet proficient in reading it, then at least listen to it, learn how to read the Arabic, and learn what it says. Oh, sorry, Mila just pulled on my camera cord. Let me adjust that. Yeah. Oh, let me just adjusting after Mila pulled on the camera cord. Okay, this will do. But anyway, the Quran is such an important part of being a good Muslim that if you don't bother with it, if you don't read it or listen to it on a recording, either on a disc or an MP3 player, or if you can do it on your cell phone or computer, then you are leaving off one of the most important elements of learning the faith, because the Quran gives guidance to our lives. And the Imam said that if you don't bother with the Quran, if you listen to things that are haram, then you are lowering your iman. You are getting away from the worship of Allah and providing service to your brothers and sisters, because that's part of worship, is doing good deeds. And one of the best deeds is reading the Quran. And for myself, I'm learning, and I had a struggle with it until I got a large print Quran that I could actually read, because the other ones that I have seen, it's just too small. I couldn't read it. I couldn't make out the letters. So, but I am getting better at it, and I'm working at it slowly. It's going to take time, but I'll get there. But he said that any age, it doesn't matter what age you are, you can learn how to read it, and you don't necessarily need a teacher. With the technology these days, you can put a disc in a CD player. You can have it on your computer. I have it on my cell phone, and I can not only listen, I can read it, because I found apps for my cell phone, or just I save internet pages where it's there and I can go through it, and I can make the font bigger so I can actually read it. So I've done that. So that's a way you can learn it and get the meaning of it, not just translation into your native language if you don't speak Arabic, but learning it, just what's behind it, what is inside of those words, the deeper meaning of it, what Allah is trying to say to us, you know, what He is telling us to do and not to do, and things like that. So that's how important the Qur'an is. And with Ramadan coming up, it's more important to get in the habit of learning it and putting it into practice. You mentioned something about, there are people who can read it, but they don't bother to understand what it means. They don't bother to put it in practice in their lives. And then of course there are those who they say they're Muslim, but they don't bother with the Quran at all. And that's something that we have to get away from. We have to get in the habit of studying the Quran, reading it a lot, listening to it if we can't read it yet, or even if we can, but just to listen to another voice recite it, you know, either while you're doing something else or just to listen to it instead of the what the dunya provides as their idea of entertainment, which is well pretty bad. So that's what was the focus of today's khutbah, and I hope this is of a benefit to you and a reminder to myself as well as everyone else. And as usual, if I say anything wrong, it's totally my bad. I can't blame it on Mila. And anything that's good comes from Allah, because Allah is the source of all good. So thanks for watching. Assalamu alaikum. Do widzenia and miasr Mila.